like that kind of data. So first of all, central tendency. What is central tendency? Um, as I told that there can be different measures of central tendency. Mean is one of the measure, median is another measure, mode is another measure. Central tendency is basically a number out of the complete data. It's a number, it's like something around the central number, which gives you an idea about the whole picture, right? For example, we have two cricket players and we see their average. So the player which is having a better average, we can say that this one is a good batsman, or this one is a good bowler, or uh, this one is not a good batsman. So only one single number is giving us a complete picture of their player, right? So those numbers are called measures of central tendency. So mean is one of the measure of central tendency. Then we have median, and then we have mode, right? Now, first of all, to find a mean. How to find mean? There are three methods. One is called the direct method. Another name is shortcut method. Sometimes in some books they call it shortcut method. Okay, so then we have assumed mean method, and then we have step deviation method. So I discussed the direct method in the last class, or the shortcut method. So this one is very simple. This is the given data. You have a class interval and the corresponding number of students. So first of all, we write them both. This is your class interval. This is your number of students. So the number of students is denoted by Fi, understand? And then you just sum them. It should be 30 because it's a data of 30 students. Okay. Now out of this class interval, what we do is we find its middle value because it's a gap, right? We cannot multiply it. We need a number which we can multiply. So we find the middle value, and that middle value is called class mark. Okay. In some books, they even write middle value here in place of class mark. They can write middle value. So this is also right. You can also write that. But its name is class mark. Understand? This is xi. And now you
Mm.
just multiply fi into xi. That's it in the end. Right? So we have multiplied and then we have add them. This is summation fi xi. So we need these two summations basically for finding mean. So now from the shortcut method, right? Or from the direct method, mean is given by this formula, this one. Summation of fi xi upon summation of fi. So fi xi we have found, and fi also we have found. We have just put it here and we got the mean to be 62. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us solve the same question by another method, which is called the assumed mean method, right? Okay, just 1 minute. Let me open my book. Yes. All right, now let us solve this method by assumed mean. So the first two columns, even three columns will remain same. So you write here class interval. Right? And the next we write number of students. Okay. And then we find class mark. So up till here, everything will be same. This is denoted by Fi and this is denoted by Xi. Understand? Okay. So
Yes,
your
ma'am.
first class interval is this 10 to 25 and then 25 to 40. Then you have 40 to 55. Okay, 55 to 70. Then 70 to 85. And then 85 to 100. Right? Now this was the frequency. 2, 3, 7, 6. Okay, 6, 6. Right? Now class mark. We have already found this in the previous example. Calculation part we have already done. I'm just writing. Okay. 17.5. This is 32.5. 47.5. Then you got 62.5. Then 77.5. And then we got 92.5. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, out of this xi, first of all, let us assume some mean, right? As the name is saying, assumed mean. So anything around the middle, I mean, you can take this 47.5 also or 62.5 also, it's your choice. So I'm assuming that, let's say this is my mean, which I denote by small a, understand? This is my assumed mean, right? So now I find a new number, which is denoted by di. So now what is my di? Your xi and minus a. Understand? This number is denoted by di. So what I do is xi minus a. So I'm just writing here, it's rough part. Okay, so 17.5 and minus 47.5. This you will do. Understand? 17.5 minus 47.5. Now tell me how much it is.
Is it 30?
30 minus 30, but
Minus
yeah,
30.
minus 30. Okay. Now 32.5 and minus 47.5, right? Okay, tell me.
Yes. 15.
Minus 15. Okay.
Yeah, minus 15.
Okay. Now 47.5 minus 47.5. So this will give you 0.
0.
Okay. Now 62.5 minus 47.5. Then tell me what it is.
It's 15.
Okay, this one is 15. Then this should be, I think, 30. Yeah. Okay, now how much is it?
Forty-five.
45. Okay. Now, see, in the direct method, we multiplied this fi and xi, right? Now, in the assumed method, we will multiply fi with this new number di. So the next column is fi into di. So that means this 2 into minus 30, right? Then you have 3 into minus 15. then 7 into 0, 6 into 15, then you have 6 into 30, and 6 into 45. Right, so this will become minus of 60, then this is minus of 30, and this is 0. 16 into 5 is 15 into 6 is 90, and 3 into 6, 18, so 180. Now please multiply 45 into 6.
270.
270. Okay. Now you will find this summation. Okay. So this is summation Fi di. So you are going to add all this. Now please add and tell.
570.
570. No. See, you add the positive numbers together.
450, ma'am.
No, everybody is getting wrong. Okay, one mistake I have done. Sorry. 15 into 3, it is not 2, right? So it will be 45. That's why. Now please correct. See, the positive ones you add separately, right? So 0, 9, and okay, how much it is?
390.
Then okay, 7, 14. No, again you are wrong, Martin. 14 and 10, 24. Carry 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 540 are the positive numbers. Okay, and then 60 and
555.
45. 105. So that means you will do 540 minus 105. So 10 minus 5 is 5. Now you have 3 and 5 minus 1 is 4. So I'm getting 435. Why are you people getting so many answers? Yeah, it's simple addition.
Yes, ma'am.
Please check your calculations. At least calculation part should be correct. Okay, so this summation we need, and then we need this summation, right? Summation of Fi. I forgot to do it. This you always have to do. So just add it. So it should be 30 because it's a data of 30 students, right? Already given in the question. You can check. So now according to the assumed mean method, now see the formula. So the formula for mean is, which is denoted by X bar, is first you write your A, which you have assumed, right? And plus, then this summation of Fi di upon summation of Fi, right? This summation upon this summation. So now assumed mean was how much? 47.5 plus, now you write 435 and divided by 30, right? Now just solve it. You can take LCM and solve. Yeah. So this becomes 475 divided by 10 and plus 435 divided by 30. So now if you take LCM, it will be 30. You can check, right? 2 into 5, 15. 5 into 1 and 3. So 2 into 5, 10 into 3, 30, right? So this is, or you can do one thing. Before taking LCM at this step, just wait. the easier way to solve will be this. You keep this 47.5 and solve this one. Okay. So 435 divided by 30. So first of all, reduce it by 5. 4 into 8, 40, 35. 4 in 5 into 7. And 5 into 6 is 30. Am I right? 5 into 8 is 40. Then you have 35. 5 into 7. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So you have got 87 by 6, which you can cut with a table of 3. So 3 into 2,
I think the
6.
answer is 62.
Yeah, okay. So 3 into 2 is 6. And then you have 27. 3 into 9 is 27. And then 3 into 2. 29 by 2 finally I'm getting here, right? So this you can just divide by 2 instead of taking LCM. So this is 2 into 1. 2 into 4 is 8. And then you can add it, right? Do it separately to avoid mistakes. 5 and 5, 0, carry 1. This is 11 and 12, carry 1, 5, 62. So the answer is 62. Can you observe something? In the previous method also, the answer was 62.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, Martin? Yeah, okay. So that means
Yes.
whichever method you use, the mean is going to be the same. Because it's mean, right? Mean will be mean, whichever method you use. That is why I'm using the same data and I'm using the 3 methods on it to show you. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So just note this assumed mean you will find, like this, assumed mean method. This is. Now let us use the same data and find out a step deviation method. Mean from the step deviation method. Is that okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. So all the columns will be same now, which we have already done. Then one additional column is going to be there. That's it. So again, you start your class interval. Then you have your fi, right? Then you have xi, and then you have di. So up till here, everything is going to be same. So 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, and you have 70 to 85, and then 85 to 100. See, you can write this yourself. I've already written this is your class mark, right? And this is your number of students. All right. So the corresponding frequency is 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. Now this we have already found 17.5, 32.5, and 47.5, 62.5, and 77.5, then 92.5. Now, because I'm writing di, which is xi minus a, so you have to assume some a here. So this was the a we have already assumed, and we have already done the calculation. So I'm writing directly. This is minus 30. This is minus 15, 0, and then 15, 30, and 45, right? Now you observe your di. In all the values, so there's another number which is called ui, which is nothing but this di, that means xi minus a. You divide this by h. There is a new number h. Now what is this h? H is called the class size. So you write h is actually class size, which you can easily tell any gap you can take. Let's say this 70 to 85. So how much is the difference between this? There's a gap of 15, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
So your class size is basically 15, as you can see, 10 to 25. So there's a gap of 15 here. or 25 to 40. So this is your class size. So anything you can take, for example, 85 minus 70, that you can check. It is 15. So you are going to divide all these values by 15. So minus of 30 divided by 15, minus of 15 divided by 15, 0 by 15, then 15 by 15, 30 by 15, and 45 by 15. So it's a common number by which we are reducing the value. So this becomes minus of 2, minus of 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Clear, Martin? Yes,
Yes.
Subhana? Okay. Now you
Yes.
find this summation. Oh, sorry. Now you have to multiply fi with ui first of all. So I'm just shifting here. So in the next column, you will be multiplying your fi with this new number ui. Understood? Okay. So this you are doing 2 into minus 2, right? Then 3 into minus 1, 7 into 0, 6 into 1, 6 into 2, and 6 into 3. So these numbers are minus of 4, minus of 1, 0, 6, 12, and 6 into 3 is 18. Can you see that? So basically this summation now you will find in the end, which is summation of fi into ui. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now please find this. Yes, Arshia. How much is it? Come on.
Minus.
No, it will not be minus, first of all. See, you have to add them, right? Minus,
31. 31.
no. Come on. Now you people are telling me wrong addition and subtraction also.
It's a 20, 28.
No, it's not 28. See, if this calculation is going to be done in the exam, then you can expect what you're going to do, right?
It's 41.
No, it's not 41. Come on, what is happening to everyone today?
36.
Oh God, let me do it myself. Now see here, you add the positive number first. How many you have? You have 6, 12, and 18. Add them. So 6 and 2, sorry, you can add 8 and 2, 10, and 6, 16, carry 1. Then you have 3, 36, right? And minus 4 and minus 1 are how much? Minus 5, isn't it? So you have 36 minus 5, which is equal to 29.
31.
31? Yeah, it should be 31. All right. Mhm. Is there any mistake anywhere? 2, 3. All right. Frequency was 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. Okay. Yeah, there's a mistake here. 3 into minus 1 is minus of 3. Yeah. Sorry, that was my part. Okay, so you subtract From 31, you just reduce 2, so it will become 29. Right, Martin?
28.
29.
31 minus 3.
So you have now 36 minus 4 and 3 is 7. 36 minus 7 will be 29. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, in a hurry, I just wrote minus 1. 3 into minus 1 will be minus 3. Okay. Anyway, please practice your subtraction and division and addition, whatever. Right, Harshia, Subhana?
Yes, ma'am.
29, right? Now see the formula of mean. So mean is, first you write your A plus H into this summation of FIUI and divided by summation of FI. That's the formula. So again, you will do your summation of FI, which we have not done, which is 30, that you will put here. Right? So your A was how much? 47.5 and your H was 15. So now put these values. A is 47.5 plus H is 15 and multiplied by 29 and divided by 30. Clear? So 47.5 plus, now 15 into 2 is 30. So that becomes 29 divided by 2, right? Which is again 1 and then you have 4, 14.5 and this will be 62. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now everybody pay attention here. This is something like quick revision. Arshia, are you here? Arshia, can I hear you?
And what method is step deviation method? Right?
Yeah, this one is step deviation method. See, now actually assumed mean and step deviation are just simplification of the direct method. Thus, they are not new methods. We are just further simplifying it. Okay. To make the calculation part a bit more easier. That's it. Now you see here, in the direct method, we use just fi and xi and then we multiply. So if we multiply fi with xi, this is called direct method. Understand? Now, if you multiply fi with di, this becomes your assumed mean method, right? And if you multiply your fi with ui, that becomes your step deviation method. That's it. So one extra column you keep on adding. So assumed mean, we find this new number di. For step deviation, we find this new number ui. And then you have to multiply your fi with this number, correct? So you can also write like this. This will help you to remember. Arshia, please unmute yourself. I can't hear you, Arshia. Is that okay, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you write a note that the mean obtained by all the three methods is the same.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And also, for example, now see here, I took this as my A, right? Even if you take some other number as your A, then also the answer will not change. The mean will remain same. Okay. Because this is just an assumed value. It's not the exact mean. I have just assumed it. Now, question number 1, Martin, did we do it?
I think this is question.
No, this was an example of the book. Sorry. Exercise 14.1. Sorry, I'm not well today actually. Just 1 minute. Let me open exercise 14.1. Now look at this exercise 14.1. Can everyone see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm giving you some homework today. See the first question. A survey was conducted by a group of students. All right. To plant in 20 houses. So basically this is a data of 20 houses. So that means if you are going to add it, you are going to get 20 that you can check, right? Okay. So find the mean number of plants per house. So you have to find mean. Now you will solve this question by direct method, correct?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, second question. Consider the following distribution of daily wages of 50 workers. So this actually frequency is mostly already given in the question. So you can also check your answer. This basically the summation of Fi will come out to be 50, right? Okay. Find the mean daily wages of the worker of the factory by using an appropriate method. So it's your choice. Any method you can use. Use assumed mean for this, correct? All right, Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, third question. The following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality. The mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. Okay, so here mean is already given. Find the missing frequency. Okay, this I will solve. Third question. Now, can you just start solving first question? I'm just sitting here.
Okay.
Ma'am, I can't see the screen.
Yeah, just 1 minute, Arshia. Yeah, Arshia, were you here when I was saying something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, this is question 1.
I can see it.
So exercise 14.1, question number 1. Question number 1 and 2 are your homework. So please start solving it. Just let me know if you need help. Okay, except the third question. This two you will solve by direct method. Okay, second one you can use assumed mean, as I told you. And from 4th to 9th, please solve by step deviation. See, because all the steps are involved in step deviation, this will give you a good practice of all the steps, okay? Or one or two questions you can solve by assumed mean, that's your choice. But in exam, sometimes they specify the method that you have to use a step deviation or you have to use assumed mean. So only that method you will use, okay? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So in the next class, I will solve question number 3 of this exercise, and then we will be using, I'll tell you how to find mode and median of the grouped data. Then we will do exercise 14.2. Okay, mode is of 14.2, and then we have one more exercise, which is of median. All right. So here, this is, you just write number of plants, right? So that means 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, like that. Then next is your number of houses, which is your FI, right? So you write 1, 2, like that. And then you find the mid value, that is class mark, which will be your XI. So 0 to